We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, fighting to hold support back above the 435 area and breaking through yesterday's high. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 11:05 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 400% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, eliminating all the losses from yesterday and breaking out to a newer high in today's volatility, hitting the 440 area, which is a key resistance. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into next week, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot at 7:11 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 300% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area on 42 vision and back up to bright green bars, as I call it, the rip area on 42 vision in today's volatility. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, under a bull indicator at the 434.60 area. It found support after the open near that level, and it canceled out that bear indicator from yesterday at the 438 level. Now, the first resistance we talked about in yesterday's video was the 436 area. If that got broken through, then it was 437.50, and then above that, the highs from yesterday, and every single resistance was broken through in today's volatility. And it wasn't just under a bull indicator on the 30-minute. You can also see here in the bigger picture on the 1 hour, a bull indicator popped up at the 435.27 area, and full strength there and full transition from the dip area yesterday in the after hours to the rip area of bright green bars in today's volatility. So in the bigger picture, there's a bull indicator and in the 30-minute and within the volatility of the 15-minute, we can go ahead and zoom in here and we could see that a bear indicator tried to pop up in the middle of the day and quickly it got canceled out with a bull indicator at the 435.57 area. And from that moment forward, full strength there on 42 vision and it hit the resistance of 440. 441 and it rejected it so far here in the after hours, and it's going to be crucial and critical for these bull indicators to hold true to continue to justify any strength to the upside and this staircase effect to the upside and key resistance levels being tested, as well as those inflows need to follow, which we're going to break down in today's video and take a look at the inflow versus outflow and what's going on with these charts and what key levels I would watch going into next week. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index. The SPY stock having inflows dominate in the second half of the day, and for most of the day, even though it slightly crossed to the downside in that first half, the inflows picked back up, and this is some of the highest inflows that we've seen all week so far, because last week it actually hit highs here of 5.04 and also up here of 5.9. Now here it is sitting at 5.00 to be exact, and it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to hold above the midpoint or even push up away from it to further justify any strength here into these charts and any key resistance levels being tested, right? So that's going to be crucial and critical on the 30-minute as we see it. Now, if we go ahead and look at this from the 1 hour, we can go ahead and see here how it's hit the 4.92 area, not that far off of 5.0 here, and some of the highest inflows that we've seen all week as well after crossing to the downside, and inflows are dominating once again. So we have multiple bull indicators. Inflows are dominating on the 1 hour, on the 30-minute, and in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here how inflows dominated all day as well, but outflows have slightly started to begin here in the after hours, and this is going to be something definitely to not overlook, as it's sitting now, even though it's red and above the midpoint at 2.69, and it hit some highest points up here of 4.01. So definitely something in the volatility I would not ignore going into next week and the rest of today's after hours. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And the first support level is 437.50. If that gets broken through and these outflows continue to the downside and cross the midpoint and roll that weakness over into the 30-minute as well, switching it from green to red, heading towards the midpoint, the next support I'll be watching is 436. And then below that is the 435 to 433.50 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the downside. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to stay above the midpoint and switch from red to green and level off, start pushing back up, reflecting that strength into these charts and rolling over that strength into the 30-minute, continuing these inflows green and pushing away from the midpoint to the upside. And the first resistance is the 441 area, where it rejected here in the after hours. And then above that, based off the history of the chart, is 443. And then comes the 445 level. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. I would not ignore them. And the inflow versus outflows, I'm going to be watching them very carefully, as we have bull indicators on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, and the 1 hour, and inflows are above on all three, but on the 15-minute in the volatility, outflows have slightly began, and I would not ignore that if it continues to head towards the midpoint or even cross it. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.